Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Starburst Starter Car. And last time, we finally fielded the Ryokan. We finally brought it into its first battle. Starburst will ride it as her new noble steed, and, well, unfortunately, the Trailblazer had to give up all of its parts to build it. It's a very impressive mech, and it managed to survive everything that, well, the enemy could throw at it, and did quite well. So did the rest of the lands, too. I gotta give him definite credit. The Hellhound, as usual, being deadly and devastating. But after the successful mission last time, we found we need a lot more clan tech. There's a couple of designs that we kind of want to experiment with, and in order to do that, we need clan tech, we need fusion cores, we need cool stuff, and so we're gonna go out to find it, which has us taking on a mission type that I almost never take, an ambush convoy. We're tracking steel Viperian supply convoys that have been delivering weapons and explosives to a self-appointed warlord here on Agador. In return, his fighters have been wreaking havoc on Kuritan facilities in the region. We need you to interdict the convoy and destroy it. So, convoy ambush missions tend to go very, very, very wrong for us. They're incredibly difficult to pull off, and to be blunt, our lance is not exactly designed to kill tanks. It can do it, sort of, but we don't really have any super high pinpoint damage that we can deal, so because of that, things could get a little bit difficult. We have to stop them from reaching this location here, and to which they'll be traveling along this road here. So sprint at maximum speed, hopefully we'll get there in time and burn everybody to a crisp, although tanks are not exactly vulnerable to being burned to crisps. Nothing on sensors yet, which is a bit unfortunate, especially, oh, our sensor range is just short of the road. So there are apparently a couple of level 3 units. It could just be tanks, maybe. I am kind of hoping for a few mechs. Not a devastating amount of mechs, but a few of them at the very least so that we can deal a decent amount of damage. Getting the Ryokan on the move. It's a very odd looking design when you look at it from behind. It's very cool if you look at it sort of from below and up, or from below and to the side, especially if it's like twisting at the same time. But from behind, a little bit wonky. But then again, the mech has always been a little bit wonky. We'll sprint the Punisher as fast as we can, try and cut this corner a little bit, save some time. We have quite the distance to travel, and not a whole heck of a lot of time to travel it in. Luckily, Synapse's catapult, Synapse is back by the way, he's no longer in the hospital. Synapse's catapult should be able to nail targets from beyond visual range quite efficiently, because Synapse has a -3 to indirect fire costs, so that should be helpful. Alright, we're back up to the scout phase, and we are getting a decent amount of movement, it looks like, which tells us, unfortunately, we're going to be fighting a lot of scout mechs. Scout mechs are not necessarily a bad thing, but they can be very, very difficult to kill. Alright, Varangian, you've got your first target. You're going to sprint on over here, and you're going to say hi. And, that'll be fine. Alright, we have sight on the convoy. And we're dealing with 2 locusts already. We have quite a bit in the array. We've got a Jenner 2C, a Jenner 2C, a Locust, What kind of Jenners are we? Streaks. That's unfortunate. We're looking at 4 convoy vehicles. Interesting. So 4 convoy vehicles, which we need to destroy. Hopefully we'll be able to get up here and kill them before all hell breaks loose, but I am going to get a free round. Okay, so we're looking at 30s at best. Yeah, 30s at best, which is not great. Ooh, I forgot. So one of the things we brought up last time is we've modified the Hellhound. It finally has a Clan XL engine in this thing, so it's a safe XL. And with that weight, we gave a couple more heat sinks, even more armor, and an additional SRM launcher. So I'm thinking we don't want to waste the heat just yet, so I'm going to turn off the SRM6, but everything else can fire, because we want to just see if we can't raise the temperature a bit, but at only that 30% and 20%, it's not worth risking the whole show for it. So the first vehicle not in our sight, just beyond, which is unfortunate. We do need to get relatively close so we can actually target him, mainly so I can get Synapse to start being able to hit targets. Sprinting up the line, she's going for the convoy. Varangian can tango with these guys for a little while, but she is going to nail the convoy. We've got a 40... We've got a 61 from this range? Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, because he's not in cover. I should have paid attention to that. You're going to torso twist just a bit, and you're going to send all of them except for that one. Just the arm-mounted ones, because they're more accurate thanks to the lower arm actuator. And a little bit of light smattering fire to sort of remind him, hey, I have a lance, it's coming for you. Maybe you better turn around and run. Are you sure you want to be supporting these pirates this much? got a couple of large lasers being fired from this vehicle, so they're pretty beefy. That's unfortunate. Okay, so we've got 2 lights and 2 mediums in terms of vehicle levels, which, you know, is a pretty decent amount, actually. If I were to just shell, we're looking at 24. If I were to sprint, we're looking at... we may as well. We're pretty decent on temperature. Yep, we're back in an environment where we're not actually generating additional heat just from firing the LRMs. So I'm going to allow it. We're just going to keep the fire going as long as we can. Oh, I should have targeted the other one. Mistake. Hopefully it won't cost us too badly. And here we have the Punisher. The Punisher, which consistently runs out of ammunition. 30 rounds is a bit light for a pair of Ultra 5s. So if we could put more ammo in it, we probably should. But there's other stuff I'd rather put in it. Okay, we got a 10-ton vehicle. That's a technical. Technical with an LRM launcher? That doesn't seem quite right, but 10 tons does make it a very light vehicle. And this unknown, it will hopefully be crossing within Synapse's view range. Another 10-ton vehicle. Very happy to see that. That should be hopefully vulnerable to our fire. And then we can start working on trying to take these guys down. Locust running, and where are you going? Oh, he does have a shot. Okay. So fired his large laser, not able to impact. I'm surprised he's not using his small pulses, because they would be less vulnerable to the massive amount of evasion that we are stacking on top of them. Let's see what kind of movement. Now the Locust also moving in for that side shot. Plus 15 heat, and we did take 60 damage on the arm, which is very unfortunate because we can't afford to take that very often. It might be a good idea to bail on this fight. Not from the whole mission, but to just run the Hellhound and get it away from the enemy for a little while. Just stretch things out, drag them away, because I'm anticipating they're going to be able to deal a lot of damage to me. Although he's added a pip of he's added a pip of damage to him, stability damage. And the generator's just going to run right up. And one hit. So he's been hit twice so far. One of them was with a large laser, which is very unfortunate because, well, he can't take that hit again.
I'm here.
I'm thinking Starburst is just going to keep on sprinting. Yeah, there's no way that they crest that hill next. One short? Yeah, one short, because they're gonna come to me. So we'll sprint this far. And these 2 technicals will be around here or here by the time we actually get there, so I have no problems with taking the time to lob a couple of missiles over the Jenner's way. They are light armored, so what is this one again? I forget. Let's find out. Quick check. We are looking at shoddy armor condition, which is 50% normal armor levels, which will help a lot because clan mechs are difficult to hit, and when you do hit them, they tend to have pretty decent armor. So we got a 55-tonner. Alrighty.
I'm here.
Varangian, your job will be to... Well, you could get right on top of him. That'd be pretty amusing. I wish I could see him. You're going to reserve down to the bottom. Let this other tank make its move. And if it... Okay, I was hoping that it might be foolish enough to get within range so that we could see it, but 'twas not to be. Catapult running over to the side. Kind of turn as it does. 29, 21, 27, 29. Give that Locust some fun. It's also hot, so that's good. We're slowly building up heat. So a little bit of stability damage on him. Comes back to us. Heck, we'll follow in the footsteps as we maneuver to try and go after the convoy, because that's the thing that matters. Varangian honestly does not need to kill anything, so long as he doesn't get hit. That's kind of the thing. He doesn't need to actually be effective at destroying anybody. He just needs to be fast, nimble, and hard to damage. So we are now going to view the convoy itself. We are stacking up a little bit of a problem in terms of evasion. We have a Turhan APC. These are generally quite quick. 2 large lasers and 2 MGs. And we have a Sleipner, which is all MGs and a couple of mediums. What are my other 2? Unknown target on here, so we didn't quite get view on him. And a wheeled APC. Okay, so they're wheeled APCs. They're not technicals. A little bit tougher. Still quite quick, though. Alright, so first wheeled APC is going to make it into the middle of the intersection. Yep, he's in. That's as far forward as he'll go. We have to kill him, though, this turn. What kind of armor are we looking at? 50. That's a decent amount of armor. We could step on him with our Stormcrow, because Stormcrow, I believe, does 30 damage. So there is that option available to us. But we need to kill the convoy first, and then circle back to kill these guys. Because once the convoy's dead, then the mission is successful. Okay, we've got... Looks like they're pushing in to try and take us, which is probably the best option they've got. I will probably rush the Hellhound back in to try and deal with them. Okay. And we got the other ones up, hopping forward. So that's one of the Jenners. Leaping forward, that'll give him more problems with his stability. And the other one sprinting forward into the woods. If we're quick, we can take him. Stepping on him will deal 73% chance of actually killing him. I'm going to sprint if I got right on top of you, basically. I would be looking at fantastic chances. What is your rear armor? If I step on your back, you're dead. So there is that going for us. So we're going to sprint at full speed. All weapons on time. Actually, no, we're going to keep this ATM-9 off. This ATM-9 is really not being super accurate. Okay, first one down. Good. So 25% of the convoy has been defeated. Now, it is the light part of the convoy. They are going to be not particularly robust. Especially, wow, that's fast. We have to do something about that. Okay, a couple of lasers going down our way. Not actually coming in for good impacts. That's great to see. And we've got to chew through 130 health. Varangian... No. Actually, Varangian would probably sprint back here. Because they're about to come within range of us. Where was that line of sight? I saw it. There we go. Sprint, 3.5. Hi, did you miss me? Did you forget about me? Don't. I'm here. You should very much be paying attention. Give him all of it. So try and give him a little bit of heat to have to worry about. Got a couple of hits for additional 10 heat. Just sort of remind him, hey, don't get too cocky, don't get too far forward, pay attention, you're dealing with the enemy who can really mess you up. If you let us. Just walking would be 35s. And on this one would be also 35, but if we sprinted for it, got a little bit closer, still 35s, but now we bring all the weapons to bear. We're definitely going to sprint forward. Alright, line up the shot, and everything into the slide gun. We got 2 good hits on the side, so that's most of that armor. And we managed to homing beacon it. So Synapse should be able to destroy it. I hope. This mech is decently fast. 67%. Alright, we'll set up here. Shut off the medium lasers. I don't want to be wasting them just now. Although I probably should be a little bit concerned about how much ammunition I have. But getting rid of some of it is not the end of the world. Come on, just a little bit more. Really? Should have fired the medium lasers. Oh, vital component destroyer. Okay, we got it, because we blew up the engine. Okay, the wheeled APC zipping quite far forward. And firing its machine gun back on the Stormcrow, but the Stormcrow is fine. The Stormcrow is nimble. The Stormcrow is stacking Nullsig and a Watchdog Suite, so it's quite difficult to actually hit. Breaching shot coming from a missile, but only 1 hit. So 8 damage so far from that. We still have the large laser hit, which is unfortunate. And the Locust maneuvering, it's going to have a shot on the Punisher, but wasn't able to hit. In there with the small pulses, though, so that actually deals quite a bit of damage to us. We've got 2 more parts of the convoy to destroy. He's going to be tough because he's got a decent amount of armor. He hopefully should be relatively easy, thanks to just the ability that the Stormcrow has to nail things that are nimble. Large laser managing to hit the left torso. That's really hurting. We need to get into this cover here. I want to make our stand here, and that should really help us out. And the last is the Jenner. The Jenner is also ignoring, unfortunately. Very unfortunately, because he's doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, ignoring the Hellhound. I'm going to reserve down. Let this guy move forward. Also, that helps any of our tactical geniuses. Okay, so he's not visible, which is unfortunate. So I want Ek. And the reason why I want Ek is because I want to task Starburst with bigger and better things. Ek will have a 35% chance to hit. If he blazes well enough, then he might be able to actually deal some damage. And fire away. Okay, good shooting from Ek. Actually, that was nearly every single hit out of the Ultra Autocannons. Only with a 35% chance to hit, too. Good job there. Okay, now, Starburst, I think, can handle this guy on her own if she can see him right. If she can get a good angle. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to get the angle I want. Which is unfortunate. Well, she might still be able to plow her way through. Because she does have quite a bit of damage that she can deal. Even though she is designed to fight light mechs, she still does a good, healthy amount of damage. Not 150 damage worth, but a healthy amount of damage. Okay, forward armor is pretty severely weakened. If I can get Synapse to get a shot on that armor. Synapse, you are an ace pilot. So, Synapse, I think we got a sprint. I don't want to sprint him, but I think I have no choice. I don't think you can get an angle on me. I'm going to try and... Does that help me if I do that? Also, first of all, let's check our damage here. 73. We're going to have Vigilance. And the goal here is, one, we shed all of our stability damage, which is our big problem with sprinting. But two, I want to hopefully be able to avoid taking too much damage by standing out in the open here. So we're going to lock up the turret hand. We need to deal 60, 70-something damage. So I think I'm going to smoke him a bit. Not too much, because it's a lot of heat for not a... Wow, that was terrible. And we got a structure exposed, fusion core destroyed. That should be vital component. Okay, so we got the targets destroyed. We can bug out to the opposite end of the map. Oh no, back here. If we need to, we can bail.
I'm ready.
So that option does exist. So who are we looking at in terms of heat problems? Because I really don't want to risk too much in terms of heat. Or in terms of maneuverability, so I do want to be sprinting. I can sprint around to back here, which will give me a nice shot on the back of the Jenner. So let's... Oh, we're heat neutral if we shut off the S-6. That's pretty cool. Let's try and light him on fire. Give him some damage. Give him some pain. Already structure exposed. Wonderful. Did a decent amount of damage to him. 70 heat. That brings him over the line. So he's going to have a bad day. But now we have 4 clan mechs which are moving forward. 2 of them are equipped with large lasers, which is scary. Yep. Especially because he got a rear attack. Especially with small pulse lasers. I've got a lot of armor on this thing, but it's not invulnerable. It's very much not invulnerable.
You're just embarrassing yourself.
And the other cracker, because he's got a really big laser that'll crack right through our armor. Yeah, he's going for it. Oh, no, he's going to shoot at the Hellhound. Thank you. Hellhound using his dodge tanking abilities. Also, revealing your back possibly to the dragon, which I will view as a very positive thing. 2 potential revealing to the dragon. 2 hits, but he's got streaks, so I expect them to deal the most damage to the Hellhound, unfortunately. Okay, unfortunately also the Stormcrow's a little bit cooking. Starting to get up there in heat. And the Jenner has decided to open fire with all of his weapons and deal a decent amount of damage to our back. But please tell me that sends him right over the edge on heat. He stays heat critical. Okay, so we know where Varangian's going. Ah, he loves to burn the people. 2.5, no, we need the full. We need the absolute total maneuverability package, even if that does mean he's not attacking the back. So we'll shut off the SRM-6, keep the heat neutral. Also that? Yeah, that'll probably do, because it doesn't deal a whole heck of a lot of damage. So we'll use that to chill some heat off, as well as burn some heat on him. So all we need is a couple of good hits on that. I think we got him. Jump jet destroyed, mech shut down, 45 heat, we broke something. And he's unsettled. This makes him a very easy to hit target, which, if I can, I might be able to get a good shot on him. Really, what sort of... Oh, that's Varangian. I'm like, why can I not hit this guy? Well, because you're aiming at your own dude. But we do have a shot on the shutdown Jenner right there. And we are... Oh, we absolutely should not take it. And the reason why we shouldn't take it is because... this mech does a fantastic job at knocking people down. Or, well, blowing them to little tiny pieces. So really, this Jenner is vulnerable to normal people fire. Really shouldn't be spending it. I'm actually going to shut off one of the ATM-3s, and that will keep me under hit. Okay. So, 67, 42, 83. It's such a good chance to hit, though. I could tear off his leg, potentially. Knocking him down, making him vulnerable. I want your engine, I think. You have an XL engine, right? Just double checking. Yes, he does. We want that XL engine. We desperately want XL engines. If I do this... I'm really spending on something I shouldn't. Although he is not in cover. Well, he is in cover, which means all damage is reduced.
Copy that, Commander.
I figured that cannon shell would miss, but I had to give it a shot. Still, really good shooting from the rest of them. A lot of hits on the leg, too.
Critical hit,
Oh, I'd
Commander.
like to see that.
I'm receiving you.
Okay, Synapse, can you get a good angle? Actually, I really need to check Oh, he was forced back by a called shot, probably. Yeah, 61s should be fine. Turn off the lasers. Not you, but you. Because I should be able to make you unsteady. Actually, how? No, I'm not going to spend the lasers just yet. Although, let's be smart about this. Let's be aggressive about, not smart, aggressive about this, because that's what we're going to do. Can't push all of them, but I can do if I shut off the tagger, which I shall. And I'm also going to haywire B just in case. That'll make him have a harder time getting rid of his heat problems. Alright, so come on, enough to make him unsteady. Oh, we took out his leg. And explosion contained, so we did blow up his armor. Or we blew up his ammo. He critical, unfortunately almost nothing of that hit. I really do not know what's wrong with him in lasers. It's a major problem, actually. Alright, so we're going to turn over here and we're going to start unloading on people. We got good chances to hit both. I can't believe he didn't blow off his leg. This one is missing a leg, so he gets the fire. So shoot at that. Shut off both of your small lasers. Just to keep the heat down a little. Well, fire the one. Just to keep the heat down a bit. Okay, engine destroyed, so he's dead. Just flat out gone. So now we've just got one more of the Jenners, and this Jenner needs to turn himself back on, so he's not effective this round. We've got 2 Locusts and a Jenner. Emergency shutdown initiated, so he's dead. I should be able to nail that leg and knock him over and maybe kill him. Locust rolling forward. Damage reduction thanks to the cover, which we needed, because he deals a lot of damage. That saves us 3 damage per strike. He strikes us 6 times. Yeah, that's 18 damage. That's pretty significant. That's almost a medium laser's worth of damage. And then the additional 25 or 15. The Locust probably going to shoot the Punisher again. Yep. That's why the Punisher is stacking as much armor as we can. We should probably look into giving him just armor quirks. Because one of the things we had been considering is give him a big engine, give him nullsig, allow him to dodge tank. But it might just be better if we attempt to do other things. I'm going to reserve down because we want to do this the right way this time. With Eck, we'll focus his fire right there. Going up higher, get some good accuracy. That leg is mostly intact. Target this leg. And both small lasers off. That way that we are not cooking so bad. Seriously? Well, you managed to strip off both of his legs, but you didn't kill him. Which is a very unfortunate thing. 69? 67. 67.9. Could barbecue him, but I do want to keep this engine intact. I just need a couple of good hits to the legs. Starburst, you managed to stay underneath the heat cap, which was very important for us. So we're going to move out over here. Ooh, not enough evasion. I need more. I need lots of evasion. Because we need to dodge tank. That's what they do. I think we turn off... Ooh, no, you're vulnerable. You're a 61. So we will nail the 61. We are... Oof. Her heat does not dissipate very efficiently, which is the problem that we have with her. It's why we really desperately need to get more heat sinks on this. Because I don't think that's going to give me under heat next turn, which is very unfortunate. Alright, so Synapse. If you were to stand here and aim at this guy, you're looking at a 48 and 78. Then we nail the Jenner. Turn off the medium lasers, we don't need them. And that'll get us to shed some heat, and we're going to blow off and this leg because it's less likely to propagate to the CT. So 78%, and he's firing indirect, which is just wonderful. And somehow that did not hurt him. Okay. Varangian. 2.5 might be good enough. It's good enough for now. And we're going to light him on fire. I want to target this torso up here. And keep the SRMs off so we chill out. No, we might be able to knock him over. Which would be useful. I would have gone for the legs, but you can't target legs. Okay, we've destroyed the engine. But I don't think we blew up the actual CT. So that works. Now we got 2 locusts, and the locusts could do a lot of things. They're very dangerous mechs because they have large lasers and they hurt a lot. Rear attack ignores cover. I didn't think I had moved into that vulnerable position, but that's very, very bad. Because this one will be able to get there too. If he could, the other one can. Oh no. We're going to have to rebuild this, I assume. Yeah, there's no way he's not shooting the dragon.
Enemy is flanking.
Oh, he missed with the large laser. Okay. That's still 66 damage potentially. Wow. That shoulder is held on with baling wire and chewing gum.
I will be done.
Varangian, I need you ASAP. I need you to light somebody on fire, and I don't care which one. It's just, they need to be fired. He's got a little bit more heat. Oh no, he does. He definitely has more heat. So let's try and send him right over the line. He's still chilled by it. It's lovely. If we kill this guy, no, that doesn't matter. I was thinking maybe I should vigilance to break up their moves, but I'm fairly certain either this guy's going to be shut down or dead. So that sends him into shutdown territory, which probably means he'll be dead. Reserve down.
Yes, Commander.
Heck. Just keep going up the mountain. Go up the mountain and try and cover your back. It's actually a bit of a problem. So we're going to aim everything we got at you because you're shut down. I'm going to go for a headshot because why not? If we're going to finish off the dagger, we don't overheat. We're heat neutral without that dagger. 4 hits with the cannon. So that's good. He's very exposed now. And can I get a shot on you? I can get a beautiful shot on you. I will be in cover. And I will turn on the medium lasers. And we're going over the line on this one. Yeah, this mech is dead. Just gone. Even if we go for this head, this is not going to matter. He's dead. I'm firing every single laser plus 40 missiles. It's a gone mech. And we are over the line, so we are going to have to chill out a bit. But I've got her. I thought so. She's going to be cooking. So we got to go for the punch because it'll allow us to do something without killing ourselves. So go over here, swing the fist. Managed to hit, did decent amount of damage to the leg. Okay, so she might blow up. She did not blow up. Okay. Feeling happy about that one. I still wish I had the ability to shut down mechs on my own to prevent self-destructs. Ow. That's a lot of damage. Please don't hit my exposed structure. Tagger crit. Don't blow up the tagger. The taggers are expensive.
My mech is coming apart.
Okay, Starburst.
I'm here.
Varangian, you didn't cook yourself. So come over here.
On the move. Full
That
speed.
mask. That mask. I love it. You are going to cook yourself because there's a potential that you may overheat him and shut him off. I don't think so, but there was always that chance. Yeah, we got him really high on the heat gauge.
Mech's overheating.
Reserve. Because Starburst I do not want to have to shoot with. I will if I have to, but I really do not want to shoot with. And we're going to go over the line this time. All lasers to on.
Everything I've got.
Decent amount of hits, plus we managed 2 crits on the fusion core. So he's 2 health. We knock him over and blow off the other torso, he's dead, but it'll also kill the engine if we do that.
My internal structure. Waiting for
Synapse, would you like to mostly end him?
Got it, Commander.
Step back over here, take aim. That'll shut us off, we don't want to do that. Shut off an LRM, shut off both LRMs. I can get a medium. I can just get a single medium to fire on this.
Roger that.
Okay, we did hit him with the haywire, which is very bad for him. Cooling impaired. He did pass the stability check, though.
Waiting for orders.
So what we do now is, I think we punch.
Waiting for orders.
Because I don't think she can oh. Because I don't think she can chill. Maybe if she... Maybe. Although I do think the punch would knock him over. What are we looking at in a punch? 73 is not great. We're looking at 99s for all weapons if we just shoot him. Which is always nice to see.
Alright.
Okay, what cannons can I use? Can I use the cannon? I can use the cannon. Can I add an ATM-3? I cannot add an ATM-3, but I can use the cannon. Didn't quite mean to kill him. But not terrible result. So we got a couple of critical penetrating hits, which were unfortunate. Oh, we blew out the gyro. So that's a critical part. I don't know if that meant we blew out his CT or not, but we did probably wreck him pretty badly. So we are very much on the edge of being able to fight clans, because that was a one skull mission. So not a hard mission, but even then, the dragon, the moment they got on it, got the ability to pounce on it, they just really badly damaged it. Now, I will say, I was slightly out of position, but I didn't think I was out of position that bad. Yeah, this mech is going to be in for a little while. This torso was barely held on. Luckily, no destructions. I saw that the Tagger got crit on our catapult. Yeah, Tagger and a medium laser, but it didn't break. And that's important. Okay, so we could get a Jenner 2C. We're absolutely in range to grab it. We're getting 3 of 13, so that's 3 plus 10 more pieces. But we do, of course, want to focus on engines if at all possible. Core 180 is too small. A couple of double heat sinks. I want a kit, honestly. I really want a kit, but I don't think... I'm starting to think you can't get kits from salvage. So it looks like we're also not gonna... Oh yeah, we blew out all the engines, didn't we? We have 2 Clan Pharaoh. We don't need any more right now. There were no electronic countermeasure systems. There's no null sigs. We've got a couple of Clan Endos. We are down to 1. We have none left. So mech parts may be the way to go. So I think... I think we're going to guarantee ourselves a Jenner 2C. I think we have to. Because that's a lot of... That's a clan mech. And potentially the clan mech could have cool stuff on board. So it's potential clan salvage, even if we don't... Even if it is mostly broken. Pardon me, my throat is just really not cooperating today. So let's see what else we managed to get out of that. Even if we were to get both locust parts, it wouldn't matter. I mean, we're not at that level. We got both locust parts. We also managed to get pretty much every single Jenner part. We got a large laser. Meh. Got 2 streaks. That's okay. Small pulse, that's to none. That's really disappointing. Let's hope the Jenner has something really cool on it, because that was not a great haul. We're going to be 100% honest with ourselves, that was a pretty terrible haul. I mean, clan kit is nice, but normally clan kit that you strive for is like the stuff, like the equipment, by which I mean equipment, not necessarily weapons. And streaks, streaks are useful, sort of, but not in the way that we are trying to field mechs right now. If I can make streaks work with Inferno ammo, I would definitely use them. I should probably actually try that, because I only thought that they didn't work. Maybe they do. I should look into that. Because it would be worth changing our SRM6 into a streak SRM6. If that meant dumping the SRM2+++. Because that would give us more accuracy, that would tie in more with us being able to ignore evasion pips. The Jenner was first fielded in September 2784. The same year, the Exodus fleet would eventually become the clans left the inner sphere in November. How exactly they acquired this design in that short time frame, it is not known. But what is known is that the clan version fields clan weaponry. So pretty straightforward, 83,000 to fix that because we did take a pretty bad penetrating hit. Still, the mission did pay for itself. So we did have that going for us. We're currently not repairing anything, by which I mean from the Argo itself. I've been trying to figure out what I want to spend it on, and I'm really leaning towards the new mech bay. But the mech bay would be an additional huge cost. Alright, we got nothing useful out of this. We got Endo and Pharaoh. And it doesn't even have the clan bonus for being additionally accurate. It's just a better Jenner. Oh no, it does have Kirk clan mech improved shooting. Okay. So it is a better Jenner. It is objectively a better light than what we currently have. Yeah, it's an Omni-Mech. And the way that this version of RogueTech considers Omni-Mechs is they just get everything they want. So this Jenner, frankly, replaces our Firestarter. Needs in it. Oh, we did get the Clan XL and the Fusion. Oh, it's a 280 Fusion Core too. Oh, I can do things to you. Strip. 8 days. Confirm. So, remember how we needed a bigger Fusion Core for the Dragon? Well, we have a bigger Fusion Core and a Dragon. We do need to wait a couple of days. Longer than that, actually. How long until the Punisher's ready? 3 days. Stormcrow's another 4 days. Stormcrow, get in that list. Says you're super important. Actually, no, Punisher has to be at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because I care about the Stormcrow a little bit more than most of my mechs. Stop. We have 2 days. Okay, we're going to look at this and think about this, but we may not be able to do this before the mission, although we do also have to fix the catapult and the dragon. So fix, it'll take us a day. Lock that in. One of the things, we had also considered doing it to the catapult, but the catapult is a primitive mech and therefore easy to hit. Oh, you didn't need any repairs. Okay, that's good. So we have a clan engine, and we also have a decent-sized fusion core. So, let's game this. I'll try and do it quickly. I'm not sure we'll have time for another mission today. Do I not have it? Has it not been pulled off the mech yet? It was a 280 rated fusion core, wasn't it? Do I have the Clan XL? I don't. Okay, so we do have to wait for it. I'm honestly in a position to wait, because I do have a mech that I'm going to be selling. It's the Firestarter. So let's give ourselves a week. It wasn't your imagination after all. Ek really has been hiding a kitten in his room, and now they're both in front of you. The cat is making all sorts of noise at the indignity of being held up for inspection. You fix Ek with a stern look until he starts talking. Commander, I found this cat in my bag after I came back from shore leave. I think she climbed in looking for food. I didn't have the heart to, you know. Really? Really? Accept the cat, but make Ek sweat first. You've placed a difficult burden on me, Ek, you say, with your cat ears twitching. You can't have unlicensed animals running around the ship, so we have to do something about this. Downcast, Ek begins. Commander, you interrupt him and continue. We'll just have to license this cat as a member of the crew. That requires a name. Have you given her one? He blinks in surprise. No, I haven't. You lift up the curtain and intone. Since this is the Argo, we'll call her Artemis, after the ancient goddess of the hunt. She'll have a fine naval tradition of ship's cats to uphold, but don't think you're off the hook for this, Ek. Your company has gained the following tags: ship's cat. Artemis the cat roams the halls of the Argo and will occasionally allow the crew to pet her. And also, we just so happen to have a cat girl as the Lance commander. So there's that. Alright, so 551,000 we had to spend on the crew, but hey, that's okay. We probably should sell the Firestarter sooner rather than later, because it's just taking up cost, and we haven't used it. Alright, now that we have the fusion core off of it, show me the dragon. Refit the dragon. Please tell me I didn't misread that as being like not a 280. It is a 280, okay, so fusion core 280. 10.5 tons. But... it had a clan double heatsink kit in it. I'm so happy. Oh, this is so wonderful. Okay, Clan XL engine. We're 2.5 tons overweight. But we don't need as many heatsinks as we got. So we can dump 2 heatsinks. Which apparently only weigh half a ton. What? Oh no, we were 2.5 tons overweight. So, and we dump a small later, and we're on weight. So now, we have our mech, which moves at the same speed, but wait, there's more. Oh yes. We now have a heat threshold of 60. So now, we'll pull off both small lasers. That gives me 1.5 tons. So what we can do right now, but we're not going to, is this. By the way, how fast does this move? 4. So it is a bit slower than I was hoping for, but this will be fine. And a watchdog suite in the head. And that puts us at weight, but we've had a problem. You can't necessarily do this to our mech because we don't have enough ammunition. We've demonstrated this time and time again. But now we have a heat threshold of 60. So we don't really need to do this the same way that we've always done this. So what we will do is we will now add a big energy weapon to it. So we'll pull off that ultra autocannon, which gives us 9 tons. Now that ultra autocannon can do potentially 80 damage. which is a lot of damage. So we've got to somehow supplement 80 damage from 9 tons. Well, we can do this in several ways. One of which would be a Clan ER PPC, but we don't have one. But we do have a large pulse. And a Snub-Nose PPC as well. Do I have multiple large pulse? No, I only have the one. Now that means our current heat threshold is 66 of 65. We are still able to vent faster than we generate. Oh, this is lovely. I could actually turn this mech into a burner. A big, fast, terrifying burner. I've got to compare something real quick. So what I've got to compare is the movement of the Hellhound. So this is 225, 130. And really I should compare it to the Stormcrow. Because the Stormcrow doesn't have mass. 225, 135. 225, 135. Was it 220, 130? So we'll be 5 short. Give me that engine. Will we be 5 short? Fusion Core 280. 225, 130. So the maximum walk is slightly further. Or no, 235, 130? Sorry, I keep doing this. I managed to completely forget in the interim. So it was, not you, but you. 225, 135 for a 964. I've got to get this right. This could be a critical addition to the company. I think we've done something similar to this before, but never to this extent. So 225, 135. And that'll be 964. So we are slightly slower walking, but we are just as fast sprinting. So we're going to do this. I pull off the heat sinks, all of them. Actually, dropping all of the heat sinks really does give us quite a bit of weight back. Show me that heatsink kit. Put that heatsink kit in there. Oh, so wonderful. And now the Clan XL, 2.5 tons. Pull out one of the ultra autocannons. The small lasers. We need equipment. Null Sig. And as long as we're here, if I've got Clan Endo, takes up less space. Don't really need it. And how much is the cost on this? 50%, 70% Timac. If I don't need it, I won't bother because we need to kind of preserve our Clan Endos. We already have a Clan cockpit in here. And I can't put hands in there, but we can put the Watchdog suite in. The Watchdog keeps us from putting a Guardian in. Although I would stack that as well. And our Ultra Autocannon weighs a grand total of 9 tons. I, however, have a UAC 10, don't I? Since we're going down to a single UAC, which is Ultra Autocannon, we may as well give us a big gun to go with it. So an Ultra Autocannon 10, Clan version, but that'll be a meaty cannon to put in there. Plus, if you got double stack ammo... Oh, we do want to find precision ammo. Check this door. I'm at a reasonably comfortable place in money right now, and we have a mech that we're going to be selling. So I need Autocannon 10. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we've got double stack or precision 10. Or did I miss it? Oh no, there it is. Okay. Carries 8 shells, and the normal 10 carries 8 shells. So we will buy... Oh wait, no, I can't do that. I'm an idiot. It can't use specialist ammunition. Because it's... Well... Because it's an ultra autocannon. It doesn't use specialist ammo. So that was a bit of wasted money. About 100,000 worth. Probably should avoid making mistakes like that. So we could turn it into a burner with an ultra autocannon 10. Which shouldn't have a minimum range, I don't believe. So give me autocannon 10 ammo. Put that in there. I would like a double stack mag, but that was not on the list, unfortunately. So we still needed a ton of autocannon 10 ammo. So that is fine with that. Our heat is right now 60 for 31. So we have 29 heat to burn. And we do have energy weapons, or we could put in like massive missiles or something. Well, a 10-ton missile is like not something we're going to get our hands on. We could throw in a ton of streaks. That would give us very close range combat. We could throw in 3 streaks plus a ton of ammo, plus I could probably find some place to probably pull off something. But I do like this mech as being reliable at medium to long range. If I had a clan ERPPC, I would do that, but we don't. So the main concern becomes finding a laser which works. Now we've got a large laser, a large pulse laser, and a snub. The large pulse is very hot. Very hot. So that would make things very difficult to work with. And I do have a free heatsink space inside of here. Medium pulses, just a whole bunch of them. We could stack about 3 onto here, and that would be a decent amount of damage. And we have 3 of them to do it with. So 3 times 15 is 45 plus 48 damage. Versus, well, that would be more than a large laser right off the bat. And a lot lighter. I think we might want to do that. It would bring the range down. The ultra autocannon is really more designed for a long range combat. But I'm starting to like that idea. So the triple laser, and the reason why I'm putting them in the arms is it makes it more accurate. Now that does put our heat efficiency back to where it was. So we're generating 25 heat per turn, which is not good. So we come back to our heats. Our heat settings. Do I have a double heatsink left? I do not. So in that case, we'll put a couple of heatsinks back on the mech. Gives us 4 heatsinks. So what did we have before? Our firepower's gone up to a max damage of 117, whereas before we had 4 shots of 40 each. Now we've got 2 shots of 60, so that's 120. So this is lying to us. 120 plus 48 times 3, so we're dealing 200 something alpha, which is significant. And then we are generating, should we alpha, a grand total of 8 plus 13 heat per turn, which means we do that twice. And then we got to start shutting things off. Our ultra autocannon generates, how much heat? 24 heat? I don't know if that's for both shots. I think that should be just for one shot, right? Maybe? If worst comes to worst, we can start shutting weapon systems down because we have a huge amount of heat sinking available to us. I think this is it. I think this gives us a considerable increase in firepower. As we get clan double heat sinks, I'll start pulling them off and putting them in here. As we get lower arm actuators, we'll definitely put them in here, because this could be a very, very good mech for us. I wish I could put it in hands, I really do, at least on this hand, but we can't do it on that side, even though it has the pinchy claw. And because we have hands, we can't put in retractable blades. So that brings up the heat efficiency, that drastically brings up the movement. That gives him a null sig. That's not small. Null sig plus the watchdog. Our top 3 mechs will have the watchdog null sig setup. We get a defense gyro in this thing, and we will have the exact same, we'll have the same sprinting performance as our other mechs. So this could be a nice step up. Lock that in. Now we could have put the clan double heatsink on the Stormcrow, because if the Ryokan has that double heatsink kit, suddenly it can deal a lot more damage, because then we could take off the autocannon and we start adding in a whole bunch of energy weapons. But we haven't really gone into buying a lot of energy weapons because we didn't think there was any point to it, because we didn't have the heat. But now that we have one of those heatsink kits, and I thought they were called double heatsink kits, but no, it's heatsink kits. So maybe I've been missing them on the roster. So I gotta look better at that, because I thought it was going to say double heatsink kit, just as heatsink kit. So that'll be a significant step up in firepower. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. And of course, sorry, Firestarter, but you've been replaced by a clan light mech. We're back up to where we were before we started buying the dragon upgrades. And look at those 4 claws. They're claws. He's going to have a big cannon, a smaller laser. It's a pulse laser, but it's still there. And then 2 lasers over here. And he's going to be fast, mean, and invisible. Think about that for a moment. He's not going to be visible. He will, but not on radar. It's going to be great. And we got the GG back in a good spot with all of his lasers and his Gauss rifle. The Jenner we might be able to build into something, but really we do need to start taking some time into trying to figure out something to build the Bushwhacker X2 into. The Trailblazer is a fantastic mech. It's done wonderful things for us, but we had to pull everything off of it to make it into, well, to make other mechs into better mechs. Unfortunately, we only have a 200 rate of fusion core at this point, and that will only get it up to a speed of, yeah, 110 to 185, which is a pretty significant drop. Although, if we were to have an XL kit, we could do that, and that would have this sucker run at a 6. 310 meters. That would probably keep up with the Hellhound, but we don't have the engine for that. So, in another 7 days, since I only did one mission for you guys, I am going to wait for the 7 days to get the Punisher out of repair, just in case. And Ek is no longer feeling low spirits. He is feeling just as good about that mech as everybody else. Alright. So, unfortunately, we only did the one mission, and we did a lot of mech lab stuff, which I tried to kind of keep half off screen, because I like to kind of give you guys 2 missions of action each time. I know, especially because last mission was also a single mission, but last mission was a pretty scary mission, so. But that kit that we managed to get our hands on, that just made it so I had to work on it now. So, next episode, we should probably be back into the more crunchy, blasty, blow things up while we rebuild our stockpile. But until then, I have been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. Leave a comment. Do you think the Punisher will do well? I hope so. I really do. And I will see you all in the next episode.